How we doing today, guys? This is we're coming back to you with another video today. We thank God for giving us another day, another beautiful day. If you agree, type amen down for me in the comments. But today we're gonna come to you guys with a short video on what I've learned when it comes to grading, guys. I'm going to go over the 4 subgrades with you guys, kind of some of the things. Now, guys, I'm not a professional grader. I'm learning as I go, but I will tell you guys this. I grade a lot of cards, so I see a lot. I see what they're looking for, and I understand what to look for, and I understand what to submit as far as grading. But I'm not some kind of professional, guys, but I'll just share with you guys the tips that I've learned. So first thing, obviously, you want to take the card out of the top loader or the penny sleeve. You want to inspect these cards, guys. You want to take it completely out, guys. And also, too, guys, if you're buying raw at the card shows, ask the vendors if you can take the card out and look at it, guys, and take your tool. If you have like a little pocket loop or something, take your tool with you to the card shows, guys, or to the card shops, and ask them if you could take a closer look at the card, guys, and actually take it out of the sleeve, guys, to get a look at it before you buy it. Now, high-end cards, guys, you probably want to use gloves or something like that. Today, I'm not handling a very, very high-end type cards, so I'm not going to use gloves. But this is a Jordan here, guys. So this card, you can kind of tell that it's off-center. So the first thing you want to, the graders are going to look at, guys, is eye appeal. That's the first thing that's going to come to the grader's mind when they're grading. How does this thing look? Without inspecting it, how does this card look? What's the eye appeal? And that's particularly important when you're talking vintage. You know, the color, does it have any obvious creases? That's gonna be particularly important when it comes to vintage cards. But even these newer cards, what's the eye appeal, guys? All right, and speaking of creases, guys, creases off the bat, whether you're grading with PSA or Beckett or SC, off the bat, any crease is going to knock you down to probably a 5. And depending on how severe it is, you can go down to a 4 or even a 3 with creases, guys. So creases is a big one, guys. If you miss a small crease, you're absolutely looking at getting a 5. So this Jordan here, guys, we'll go through these here briefly. So the 4 subgrades is going to be centering. Centering, as you can see here, is a little off left to right. Looks like the bottom to top centering is pretty decent. So that's the first subgrade that they're going to look for. And also corners, guys. Corners is the second thing that they look for, is the corners. How does your corners look? All right, now with the corners, you wanna get a tool. You wanna get a loop or some kind of microfying glass. Those cost 15 bucks on eBay. Go ahead and get you one. So you got centering, you got corners. Now they're gonna look for edges, guys. Your edges. Are your edges frayed? Do they have dings on your edges here? So take a close look at the edges, guys. And then last but not least, the thing that's often missed the most, guys, is your surface. Your surface, guys. What you want to do, you want to see how that light right there is reflecting off of the surface. So you want to look at your surface really good. Now, that's front and back, guys. That's front and back. You want to inspect all 4 subgrade areas, front and back. But you want to make sure you have a light bouncing off of that surface so that you can see anything that's on your surface, any dirt, any scratches, any smudges on that surface. Now, when it comes to your surface, since it's the most missed, guys, get yourself a microfiber cloth, guys. And I'm no expert at cleaning cards or anything like that, but even the graders would appreciate if you just wipe the card down clean the card, make sure there's no smudges, any dirt or anything, any spots on the card. Even the grader, I'm sure, would appreciate being able to look at a clean card, guys. So don't forget to do that. That is the most missed area when it comes to grading, is the surface, guys. All right, so let's move on to another card here, and I'll just, again, guys, take it out. Make sure that you're being careful when you handle these, and make sure you inspect these thoroughly with some type of tool, some type of micro tool, and have your fiber cloth to go ahead and wipe these bad boys down. Now, guys, here's the thing. And I'll mention this to you guys just briefly as well. Now, when it comes to the grading companies, Beckett versus PSA versus SGC, PSA, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, guys, they have been somewhat strict lately. They're not giving out a whole lot of 10s from what I see, guys. I grade quite a bit. That just could be my cards. You could be getting all 10s when you send yours in, but it looks like they're kind of cracking down, getting a little bit more strict on their grading. So here's kind of a pro tip for you guys. Most cards are not going to grade a PSA 10, guys. I hate to break it to you. I hate to give you the bad news. So here's my way around that, guys. If a card looks good, but I'm not exactly sure if it's going to get a PSA 10, in most cases it won't, I grade with Beckett, guys. Now, why do I do that? I do that because even though, you probably won't get a PSA 10, if I send it to Beckett, at the very least, I might get a 9.5, guys. Now, if that same card, you're going to get a 9 at PSA because it's not a 10. So they're going to give you a 9. So in other words, I'd rather get a BGS 9.5 rather than a PSA 9. Now, will that BGS 9.5, could it have graded a PSA 10? Perhaps, but there's a small chance. I'd rather take a almost for sure BGS 9.5 over a PSA 9 or over a possible PSA 10. Guys, you know what I mean, with that small percentage chance. So that's just a little pro tip for you guys. Those cards that are really, really, really close to that 10, but you're just not sure, that card will probably get a BGS 9, guys, and you're probably going to be really, really happy with that BGS. Oh, I'm sorry, it'll get a BGS 9.5. That BGS 9.5 is going to be a better card in your collection than that PSA 9 that you would have otherwise gotten from PSA, guys. So that's just a little pro tip for you guys there. This is a vintage Bill Russell here, guys. Now with these cards, with the vintage, guys, be careful. Sometimes these were highly altered back in the day. People got these cards and they just wanted to center them, so that they didn't really understand what the market would be like 30, 40, 50 years later, because this card, I think it was the 60s. So, back in the 60s and 70s, some kid that had this Bill Russell card, he wasn't thinking, I'm going to send it in for grading and it might get authorized, altered grade on it, authentic altered grade on it. They would just go in and cut them because they wanted a nice looking card. But be aware when you're buying vintage, guys, and there are certain ways that you can kind of tell, perhaps, this one it's not been altered because they did a poor job, because it's not very well centered. So this one is more than likely never altered. This is the original authentic card here, guys. Now, another pro tip, guys, when you're dealing with vintage, SGC is usually the leaders in the hobby when it comes to vintage, guys. A SGC 5 in this card is just as valuable, if not more, than a PSA 5. That's the only area in the hobby where SGC really competes value-wise with PSA, guys, is the vintage market. So, guys, do me a favor, like and subscribe, guys. Let me know what you think about the grading and the sub areas. Let me know your experiences, guys. Have you sent any cards in for grading? What were your grades? Do you agree on sending your best looking cards possibly to SGC as opposed to PSA? Do you agree that SGC does a better job when it comes to vintage? Guys, let me know. Let's share some thoughts. Let's share some ideas. I'm going to always be open and transparent with you guys. That's with what's going on with my grading and my cards, guys. I'm going to let you guys know first. Like and subscribe, guys, and have a wonderful day. And we'll see you on the next one. Peace.